Breaking, is Bang Si-hyuk losing control of BTS? And why is Jungkook suddenly at the center of it all? Stay with us, hit subscribe, like this video, and don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments, because what's happening right now is shaking the global music industry. The name Bang Si-hyuk has long been synonymous with BTS. As the visionary behind HYBE, he wasn't just a chairman, he was often called the architect of a global cultural movement. And at the heart of that movement? Jungkook, the golden magne, the global superstar. The one name that consistently trends across continents within minutes. But now a storm is building, and it's not just industry noise. It's something bigger, something that has put Bang Si-hyuk's position under intense global scrutiny, with whispers growing louder about a potential restriction or even a ban on his leadership role connected to BTS. And strangely, Jungkook's name keeps appearing right in the middle of it. To understand how we got here, we need to rewind just a little. Over the past few months, BTS members, especially Jungkook, have continued to dominate global headlines. From chart-topping solo releases to viral performances that have taken over platforms like TikTok and YouTube, Jungkook has proven time and time again that his star power isn't just intact, it's evolving. In the United States, Jungkook has become more than a K-pop idol. He's a mainstream force. Late-night shows, major award stages, collaborations with Western artists, his presence is everywhere. At the same time, Jin, recently returning to the spotlight, has reignited massive emotional engagement from ARMY worldwide. Together, Jin and Jungkook represent two powerful ends of BTS's spectrum: emotion and energy, nostalgia and momentum. And right in the background of all this success stands Bang Si-hyuk. Or at least, he used to. Because now, reports and speculation are colliding in a way that's impossible to ignore. Industry insiders, media outlets, and even fans have begun questioning whether Bang Si-hyuk's influence over BTS is shifting, or worse, being challenged at a structural level. Some reports suggest legal pressure. Others hint at internal restructuring within HYBE. And then there are the more explosive claims, suggesting that Bang Si-hyuk could be facing limitations on his ability to directly lead or influence BTS's future direction. That phrase alone, ban on leading BTS, has sent shockwaves across social media. But what does it actually mean? At this point, it's important to separate confirmed facts from speculation. There has been no official statement confirming a complete ban. However, what's undeniable is that something is changing behind the scenes. Leadership dynamics within HYBE have been evolving, and with BTS entering a new phase, balancing group legacy with individual careers, the power structure is no longer as simple as it once was. And this is where Jungkook becomes crucial to the story. Because Jungkook isn't just another artist under HYBE. He is arguably the most globally influential active member right now. His decisions, his direction, his branding, they carry massive weight, especially in the US market. So when Jungkook appears at events, collaborates internationally, or even subtly shifts his artistic identity, people start asking, who's guiding him now? Is it still Bang Si-hyuk? Or is Jungkook stepping into a new level of independence? Fans have been quick to notice subtle differences. Jungkook's recent appearances feel more self-directed, more globalized, less tied to the traditional HYBE narrative. His interviews suggest confidence, autonomy, and a willingness to shape his own path. And that's where the tension builds. Because if Jungkook is evolving beyond the system that Bang Si-hyuk built, then what does that mean for Bang Si-hyuk's role moving forward? Social media, especially in the US, has turned this into a full-blown debate. Some fans defend Bang Si-hyuk, crediting him for everything BTS has achieved. Others argue that artists like Jungkook have outgrown the need for centralized control. Meanwhile, Jin's return adds another emotional layer. His presence reminds fans of BTS's roots, of the bond that originally defined the group. And yet, even Jin's activities seem to reflect a broader shift, one where each member is carving out a unique identity. So now, the narrative is no longer just about BTS. It's about power, evolution, and control. And the timing couldn't be more intense. With upcoming global events, potential group activities, and increasing Western market expansion, BTS is entering one of the most critical phases of their career. Decisions made now will shape not just their future, but the entire K-pop industry. And at the center of it all, two names keep colliding. Jungkook, Bang Si-hyuk. One represents the future. The other represents the foundation. But what happens when the future starts moving faster than the foundation can hold? That's the question no one can answer yet, but everyone is watching. Because if Bang Si-hyuk's position truly is being challenged, it could mark the end of an era. Not just for HYBE, but for how global music empires are built and sustained. And if Jungkook continues on this trajectory, more independent, more globally integrated, it might signal a new model entirely. One where artists hold more power than ever before. The tension is real. The stakes are massive. And the world is paying attention. So now we turn it to you. What do you think is really happening behind the scenes? Is Bang Si-hyuk truly losing influence, or is this just a misunderstood transition? And more importantly, is Jungkook leading BTS into a new era on his own terms? Drop your thoughts in the comments, share this video with fellow ARMY, and stay tuned because this story is far from over. And just when the conversation seemed to settle into speculation, something unexpected pushed the story even further into the spotlight. In recent days, Jungkook's name has once again surged across US trending charts, not because of a new song release, not because of a performance, but because of subtle, almost cryptic moments that fans quickly picked apart. A gesture during a live appearance, a line in an interview, even the way Jungkook referred to his creative process. Everything suddenly felt different. It wasn't loud. It wasn't direct. But it was enough. Because when Jungkook speaks, the world listens. And what fans began to notice was a shift in tone. Jungkook, who once consistently emphasized teamwork and guidance under HYBE's structure, now speaks more frequently about personal vision, artistic control, and global collaboration. These aren't just buzzwords, they signal something deeper. A transformation not just of image, but of positioning. And again, the question returns, where does Bang Si-hyuk stand in all of this? Behind the scenes, HYBE itself has been undergoing visible changes. Expansion into global markets, acquisitions, partnerships with American labels. This is no longer just a Korean entertainment company. It's a multinational powerhouse. And with that kind of scale comes inevitable restructuring. Leadership roles evolve. Influence shifts. Control becomes more distributed. But here's where things get complicated. Because Bang Si-hyuk isn't just any executive. His identity is deeply tied to BTS. For years, he wasn't only leading from the boardroom, he was emotionally and creatively connected to the group's journey. That's why even the idea of him being restricted or stepping back feels so shocking to fans. It's not just business. It's personal. And yet, the industry doesn't move based on emotion alone. In the United States, where artist independence is often celebrated, Jungkook's current trajectory is being viewed in a very different light. Media outlets are starting to frame him not just as a K-pop idol, but as a global pop leader, someone who could stand entirely on his own, even outside the traditional system that built him. That narrative is powerful, with moments that feel insignificant, until suddenly they aren't. And if you look closely, that's exactly what we're seeing now. Jungkook stepping into a more global, independent spotlight. Jin reinforcing emotional connection and legacy. HYBE expanding beyond its original structure. And Bang Si-hyuk becoming less visible in the narrative he once led. Not gone, but quieter. And in today's media landscape, silence can be louder than any statement. So what happens next? That's the question no one can answer yet, but everyone is asking. Will Bang Si-hyuk reassert his position and redefine his role within this new global structure? Will Jungkook continue rising as an independent force, potentially reshaping how BTS operates in the future? And where does this leave the identity of BTS itself, a group built on unity, now navigating individuality on a global scale? One thing is certain. This is not the end of the story. In fact, it may just be the beginning of the most important chapter yet. So stay alert, stay curious, and most importantly, stay connected. Because in the world of BTS, everything can change in a moment. And when it does, you'll want to be the first to know. Now tell me, do you think this is a real power shift involving Bang Si-hyuk and Jungkook, or is the world overreacting to a transition that was always meant to happen?